Good luck.
Goodbye, Mrs. Talbot. We will. All the best.
Goodbye, Mrs. Talbot. It was an honour working for you. Thanks again for the clock. Are you sure you won't take it with you?
Quite sure. I don't need it where I'm going. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Silly twit.
Better a silly twit than a bloody maniac.
Oh, get off the road.
You get off the road. You're gonna hit the drive.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Talbot. I'm meeting Sir Richard Taft.
Sir Richard's waiting. This way.
Am I late?
No, I was early.
Madam likely to take our parcel?
No.
Me?
Are we going to have a drink before lunch?
I've ordered one. It's just coming.
Good, I need it.
Why, what's wrong?
No, nothing. Just one of my customary rows with a reckless driver.
I might have known. Cheers.
I've been trying to do without.
Oh, come on. Everyone's allowed a last cigarette.
Not a firing squad, you know.
Seems to be.
How clever of you to think of this.
I wanted somewhere very special for today.
Aren't you going to open your present?
There's no need to. I know what it is. It's the little sizzly landscape, isn't it? The one you always kept just opposite your desk. Burning your boats, eh?
I thought it was burning your bridges or cities or something.
It's madness, you know. It's a desperate mistake, the whole incredible business.
If I'd known you were going to start that again, I'd never have come. You promised you wouldn't.
I'm sorry. It's just that... Do you realize I may never see you again after today?
That was your decision. You know you're welcome to visit me.
No. No, I shall never change my mind about that. It doesn't make any sort of sense to me. It isn't natural. Natural? Not for you. You worked hard to get where you are. You've worked bloody hard, and now simply to chuck it away.
I'm not chucking it away. I'm closing the account, that's all. Moving on.
Running, you mean?
Yeah, running if you like. But towards, not from.
Not even from me.
Especially not from you. You're one of the only things I'll miss.
Did you ever love me, Phil? Really love me?
Enough to want something better for you.
Better than what?
Than the life you'd have had with me. Just possible I'd be leaving you today in any case. At least this way you have Kate to go home to.
Do I?
You have the children.
Yes. Yes, I have the children. Yes, okay.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding, and thank you for not giving up on me.
Oh, Phil. I hope you're doing the right thing.
Bumble. Bumble. Mr. Bumble, if you please. That's enough of that. Yes, do tidy your whiskers. One wants to make a good impression on the first day. You and I both. Mrs. Fraser.
Hello.
Mr. Bumble has arrived.
Oh, lovely. Do come in.
No, I can't, thanks, my train.
Oh, yes, of course.
You're sure? This is going to be all right?
Oh, quite sure. The children are terribly excited. They adore him, as you know.
Yeah. He's ridiculously lovable.
Look here, are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely.
Now, I mean, sure you wouldn't rather leave him with some friend?
No, I read somewhere that cats care more about places than people. Moving, apparently, is more of a wrench to them than losing the odd owner. I must go. My taxi's waiting.
Mrs. Talbot? There's something I want to say to you. I'm sorry we've never got past the stage of Mrs. Talbot and Mrs. Fraser. It seems absurd when you think how long we've been neighbours.
Yes, I know. You mustn't blame yourself. It was me.
Look, I'd always
Honestly,
hoped
I miss my trip.
look, won't you at least tell me where you're going?
When I'm settled in, I'll send you my address, and perhaps you'll write and give me news of Bumble. Goodbye.
Yes, of course I will. Goodbye.
Excuse me.
Can I help you with that?
No, thank you. I'm not going very far.
No, tomorrow.
Excuse me.
What'll it be, dear?
Have a large whiskey, please.
Radio. Don't think I've seen you in here before, have I?
No, you wouldn't have done it. But I have 10 muffins. Make it 20. And some matches. Thank you.
Same again?
No, thank you. 3's enough. Have I paid all I owe?
You have?
Thank you. Goodbye.
Hey, you forgot these.
Yes, I know.
Giving up smoking?
Benedictine.
Oh, it's you. Come in.
What do you ask?
To try my vocation as a Benedictine in this house of Brede.
We're glad to receive you into the family of our Holy Father, St. Benedict. Come in, child. This is a very poor welcome, I'm afraid. Normally, Lady Abbess would be here to receive you with her council, but she's too weak to leave her bed today, and the whole house is in a turmoil.
I knew she was feeling ill the last time I saw her. Is she much worse?
Much worse. All morning she's been saying, I must get up, I must be there to meet Phillipa when she comes.
She's the main reason for my coming. But for her encouragement, I shouldn't be here at all. Can I see her, do you think? Just for a moment.
Later on, perhaps. Just now, the community is waiting for you in the choir. Sister Jane will take your case. A gentleman, a very renowned author, who came to visit Lady Abbess some years ago and completely misunderstood what we mean when we say an enclosed order of nuns. All these bolted doors, he said, all this grill work like bars. It's like a prison. Lady Abbess corrected him very gently. No, she said, the grill is to keep the world out, not to keep us in. It's like a power plant. You put a wall around it so that nothing and no one can interfere with its functioning.
Good evening, Phillipa. Dame Catherine. Welcome to Brede. Thank you. Dame Agnes.
Phillipa, welcome.
Lady Abbess is sorry she couldn't come down to greet you.
Dame Emily said I might see her later. Do you think I could?
See her? Tonight?
I should like to.
She's sleeping now.
God be praised.
Perhaps tomorrow. Meanwhile, Dame Agnes and I are not far away if you should need us. You know the way.
Yes. Thank you, Dame Catherine. Dame Agnes.
I warned, Mother. I said she's too old, for a start. Think of what she's seen and done at her age. Things we know nothing about. I was barely 18 when I came to Brede, and completely innocent.
I'm sure Mother knows what she's about.
Well, I hope so. Woman like that, company director, whatever she's called. Widow. What on earth is she doing here? What does she want?
Dear Lord, you brought me this far. Help me. Help me to stay.
Phillipa, wake up. It's Dame Catherine, mistress of novices.
Dame Catherine, I'm sorry.
Phillipa, there's something I must tell you.
Aren't we breaking silence?
We are allowed to speak in the case of a grave emergency.
Lady Abbess.
She's dying, Phillipa. Mother is dying. Get dressed quickly. She wants to see you.
She's sinking. We mustn't burden her with anything more.
Mother, can you hear? Here's your new daughter. Come to pay her respect.
It's Phillipa, Mother. Phillipa Talbot. I'm finally here. I didn't think it would ever happen, but it has. Thanks to you. Please get well. She didn't know me. She didn't hear.
himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. In saying this, it points out to us that all exalting of ourselves is a form of pride. This the prophet shows he is on guard against when he says, "Lord, my eyes are not raised too high."
You found this place, have you?
Yes. It's my retreat.
It was mine 2 years ago. Was it? You'd rather be alone.
No. No.
I heard your voice as I came up. Thought you might be praying.
No. Not exactly. I was thinking. It's a sort of chain, isn't it? Grief, I mean. Last night in my cell, I was weeping for Mother. For Lady Abbess. Suddenly it was my own mother I was weeping for. Remembering her death. And all the other deaths. I was weeping for everyone I'd ever loved and lost. It was the same grief for all. Exactly the same. You lost your mother recently, did you? Years ago, when I was 17 in Japan.
In Japan?
My father was in the diplomatic service. We lived out there for years.
And you speak Japanese?
I do, actually.
I've always been particularly interested in the Orient.
Have you been there?
Good heavens, I've never been east of Dover. Shall I tell you what Lady Abbess told me once when she found me up here, in my first days, feeling desperately alone? She said it's a charming view, of course, but it's the wrong perspective. When everything seemed too much for you, go down to the bottom of the garden and turn and look back up here at Brede, riding against the sky like a great proud ship. And think of all of us within, your sisters. Think of those who were here 100 years ago, and those who will be here 100 years from now. This long, unbroken line of care and companionship. And then think of all those in the world who have nothing and no one, who are truly alone. It will comfort you. You see, grief isn't the only chain. There are others.
To the bottom of the garden. God, why wouldn't give her a cigarette?
Dame Emily. A new abbess is certain to be Dame Emily.
I'd rather Dame Mora. We mustn't underestimate our own Dame Agnes. Dame Emily has the experience, and Dame Mora has the right qualities. But Dame Agnes is the one who wants it.
I am pleased to announce that on the 7th ballot, we at last have a 2/3 majority. There is an election. Reverendissima Donna Caterina Isme, abbetissa electa est.
Te Deum laudamus. Te Deum convitemus. Te Deum misera veneremus.
Dear Gratius.
Benedictine.
Oh, come in, Phillipa. Take this along to Dame Edith in the printing shop. See if she can make sense of these figures.
Mother,
Do get up. I'm not quite ready for all this yet.
it's a great honor. Aren't you excited?
Stunned would be a better word.
You're the right choice.
Uncompromised choice. My name wasn't even on the first ballot.
I can't tell you how pleased I was when I heard it was you and not Dame Agnes. It's good to know I have a special friend in these rooms again.
There's only one special friend here in this house for any of us. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
As I have loved you. That says it all, doesn't it? Because he loves us equally, all in the same degree.
Can you do that? Care for all of us equally without any sort of natural preference?
I must. It's my duty.
And must I be as fond of Dame Agnes as I am of you? Dame Agnes and all those chattering girls in the novitiate.
If only you could.
I can't.
I said if only you could. It would be quite something, wouldn't it?
I'm so afraid of failing.
So am I. It isn't going to be easy for either of us. But I can tell you this much. Before long, your 6 months as a postulant will be over. And things will begin to look much brighter to you once you're closed as a novice. It makes all the difference when you put on the habit. That's the time when Brede begins to feel like home.
What do you ask?
The mercy of God and the grace of the holy habit.
Do you ask it with your whole heart?
Yes, my lord, I do.
God grant you perseverance, my daughter. Creator Spiritus,
betrothed to the day you take your temporary vows will be 1 year exactly. You'll rank as a junior then, and exchange the white veil for a short black one. Simply a matter of time before Sister Phillipa becomes Dame Phillipa. 3 years of work and prayer and study until you take your solemn vows, and Brede becomes your home forever.